Rome, 800 AD, trembles under political tension. Pope Leo III walks through the city, aware of lurking threats. Roman nobles plot secretly against the pontiff. Leo writes to Charlemagne for protection from conspirators. Messengers ride through the streets carrying urgent letters. The Pope prepares the city for a historic decision. Charlemagne receives the letter and rallies his army. Across the Alps, Frankish soldiers march through snow and fog. Villagers watch the army pass, fearful and curious. Leo convenes trusted advisors to plan Charlemagne's arrival. Messages are sent to allies in Rome to ensure a smooth reception. Tension builds as conspirators plan to strike before Charlemagne arrives. Citizens gather near the basilica, sensing a momentous event. Leo prays in solitude, seeking guidance from God. Charlemagne approaches Rome with banners raised high. Citizens stare in awe as the king arrives in the holy city. Leo greets Charlemagne inside the basilica with solemn dignity. Advisors whisper urgent warnings. The coronation must be perfect. Preparations begin for the Christmas Day ceremony. A city waits, holding its breath, for an event that will change history. Charlemagne rallies his army at the border of the Frankish kingdom. He addresses his generals, planning the route to Rome. The army begins its march through misty valleys. Villagers watch the army pass, whispering about the coming emperor. Snow falls as they ascend treacherous mountain paths. The army camps for the night, torches flickering in the darkness. Scouts ride ahead to secure the path to Rome. Rivers swollen from melting snow slow their advance. They encounter signs of Roman unrest along the way. Charlemagne rides ahead, surveying the route with purpose. The army faces rock slides and narrow passes, testing their resolve. Wolves howl as night descends over the alpine forests. The army presses on despite exhaustion and harsh terrain. Scouts return with news. Rome awaits their arrival. Morale rises as Charlemagne inspires his men with speeches of glory. They cross rivers, climb hills, and overcome nature's obstacles. A foggy morning hides their approach to the outskirts of Rome. Citizens of Rome notice the approaching army. Fear and curiosity mix. Charlemagne surveys the city walls, plotting the best path inside. The stage is set. The historic encounter with the Pope is imminent. In secret marble halls, nobles whisper of removing Leo III. A silver goblet trembles as plans are sworn in oath. The conspirators seal letters for foreign allies. Outside, rumors move through Rome like smoke. Loyal guards overhear fragments of betrayal. Leo III prays alone beneath a single candle. Assassins strike. The Pope escapes wounded. He finds refuge in a monastery beyond the city. Messengers race to Charlemagne with pleas for aid. In Aachen, the Frankish king reads the desperate letter. Advisors urge caution. The king's brow tightens. He resolves to march south faith and honor bound. The Alps await, frozen and treacherous. Soldiers haul wagons through blizzards of white. Eagles circle as they descend toward Italy. Scouts sight Rome's distant domes at dawn. The Pope's supporters prepare to welcome salvation. The nobles steel themselves for judgment. Rome braces for the meeting of power and faith. The emperor's banners crest the hill. The basilica doors open to receive the Frankish ruler. Leo III, pale but resolute, steps forward. They face each other, two powers of Christendom. The Pope kneels. Charlemagne lifts him gently. Outside, crowds chant prayers of unity. Negotiations begin behind marble walls. The idea of a single empire of faith emerges. Some advisors warn of divine arrogance. Others see prophecy fulfilled. At dusk, they walk the basilica gardens in silence. A secret agreement is sealed with prayer. Bells announce peace restored to Rome. The city prepares for Christmas with renewed faith. Yet whispers hint at something greater to come. The Pope commissions a crown of unmatched splendor. Charlemagne prays alone beneath candlelight. The stars over Rome burn brighter that night. The destiny of Europe gathers in silence. The eve before coronation dawns golden. Rome awakes. Unknowing, it will witness legend. Rome prepares for Christmas Eve as the basilica glows under the winter dawn. Priests quietly ready the sacred items for the evening ceremony. Inside the basilica, workers clean the marble floor for the grand event. Golden chalices are polished to shine for the coming ritual. Incense smoke rises slowly as coals ignite for the ceremony. Choir robes hang ready as the sacred hour approaches. Priests carry giant ceremonial candles toward the altar. Citizens gather outside, sensing something historic is about to unfold. Armored guards take position to maintain order in the growing crowd. Valuable relics are placed on the altar for the Christmas Mass. Priests rehearse the slow ceremonial steps they will perform tonight. Incense burners glow as fresh coals are added for the evening ritual. The people outside watch the basilica intensely, waiting for a sign. The basilica's massive doors begin to open for the sacred night. Candlelight flickers across ancient pillars, creating a holy atmosphere. Nobles watch silently, whispering doubts with suspicious glances. Sacred manuscripts are placed carefully at the center of the altar. Torches light the night as crowds pack tightly outside the basilica. Suspense builds as every element of the ceremony is finally set. The basilica stands ready, silent, glowing, waiting for destiny to unfold. Christmas morning dawns as the basilica fills with a restless, expectant crowd. Charlemagne enters the basilica with heavy steps, unaware of Leo's true plan. Pope Leo III waits behind the altar, gripping the crown with steady hands. The choir begins a solemn chant as incense smoke spreads across the hall. Nobles whisper nervously as they sense a power shift they cannot stop. Charlemagne kneels, expecting only a blessing before the Mass begins. Leo slowly steps forward, lifting the crown toward the candlelit ceiling. The entire basilica holds its breath, sensing a moment that will change history. Leo lowers the crown toward Charlemagne's bowed head with steady determination. The crown touches Charlemagne's head, sealing him as Emperor of the Romans. The crowd erupts, some in joy, others in shock at the unexpected coronation. Nobles stare in disbelief as the moment shatters old political balances. Charlemagne rises, bewildered, realizing he has just been made emperor. The altar glows intensely as candles flare brighter during the coronation. Leo raises his hands triumphantly, declaring divine approval through gestures. The choir unleashes a powerful chant marking the birth of a new empire. Citizens cry with joy as they witness the rebirth of Roman glory. Nobles retreat slowly, realizing the Pope has outplayed them all. The basilica resounds with the weight of a new empire being born. Charlemagne stands crowned, stunned, as the destiny of Europe shifts forever. Europe wakes to the news of a new emperor crowned by the Pope himself. Kings and nobles across kingdoms react with awe and suspicion. Scholars gather in monasteries debating the meaning of this new power. Charlemagne returns to the palace, still trying to understand Leo's bold move. Some nobles fear the Pope's rising influence and whisper of future conflict. Citizens celebrate in streets, believing the Roman Empire has been reborn. Priests carry messages of the new emperor across distant territories. The Vatican prepares new symbols to represent restored imperial authority. Leo III quietly watches the city, aware he has changed the course of history. The Roman nobles regroup, plotting how to limit the Pope's growing power. Charlemagne strengthens his armies to secure the new empire's stability. The coronation's ripple spreads across Europe, altering alliances overnight. Rome enters a tense peace as both Pope and nobles prepare for future struggles. Artists begin depicting Charlemagne with the imperial crown in new manuscripts. The Church's power grows as pilgrims flock to Rome, seeking blessings from the new empire. Historians already sense this moment will echo for centuries. Rome's basilica stands as the silent witness to one of history's greatest surprises. Charlemagne reflects on the weight now placed on his shoulders. Pope Leo gazes at the imperial crown, knowing it reshaped the world. The story closes with Rome standing eternal, its decisions shaping empires for centuries to come.